Hey there, Magic One. Just before we get into your tarot reading, I wanted to jump in super quick, I promise, just with a few announcements for you. Should you want to arrange a personal reading or healing for yourself, you can do so at any time by either clicking the link to my website down below or visiting wildlotustarot.com. I do have a new little offering which I think is kind of cute. It's actually the most affordable way to get guidance from me, and in that reading I draw you a single tarot card from the beautiful Star Child Tarot and write you a handwritten letter about my interpretation of that card for you, and I post it to your letterbox. You can now show your support by becoming a member of my channel. If you head to my channel page and click the join button, there's a video there where I describe in detail what I'm offering for my two different levels of membership. Don't forget, the doors are always open to the initiation. That is my immersive Learn Tarot journey. You can sign up at any time and receive lifetime access to all of the learning materials, videos, online learning modules, practices, and in that course I am teaching my signature process to learn how to read tarot, not just from the head but from the heart, and go beyond the traditional card meanings, and how to put it all together and thread it into a story as well. So that's available at any time. I'll also link that down below for you. You can find me on Instagram if you'd like to stay connected and hear a little bit more about me. You can find the link down below, or you can find me at wild_lotus_tarot. I would love to have you over there with me as well. Till next time, sending you so much love and magic. Let's get on with your reading. Pisces, welcome to your reading for June 20th to the 26th. Let's see what may be on the cards for you this week. I've got the 9-card block, Pisces, 3 recent past, 3 focus energy, 3 future outcome, selection of oracles, a lead tarot energy, and I've turned over the bottom of the deck for you. So Pisces, we got some really big energies here: double, temperance, judgment, and the world. It really feels to me that you're being encouraged to move with the energies of wrapping up a really big cycle in your life so that you can move ahead it feels like you're moving ahead to really finding what fills your cup. It's a bigger hope, dream, and wish, okay? It feels like it will be a journey, but it's dependent on you closing the cycle that you're in, because in some way it's holding you back from getting started, okay? I hope that resonates with those it's meant for. We'll get more into that feeling. I'm going to start building the reading. The first one out is ambush fear with your ferocious dream. So I feel like there is some kind of hope, dream, and wish that is burning within you, right? But there could be some fear around taking the steps that you need to make that happen, okay? And that's what you're going to need to navigate, because it's going to require you moving away from something. I've got the destruction of shiny things. It could be that, you know, that there has been the destruction of the ego, or, you know, maybe staying in a situation that might look good on the outside, but really you're not happy, okay? So it's really important for you to look behind that, look at the details, look at where you're heading, look at, you know, the fact that what you've had so far in hindsight will generally manifest more of in the future unless there is powerful change. Expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. So I feel like there needs to be a powerful change in order for you to get to this ferocious dream. Now, I feel that it says expect powerful change, but I'm a big believer that you need to initiate that by taking some action, okay? So it's time for you to look at what is this big cycle that you need to close out and begin taking the steps towards that. Temperance says that the conditions are right for that, okay? It feels like things are just kind of come into the right place where maybe you've reached that acceptance, or maybe you have kind of wrapped up a chapter here, and you know you're being powerfully guided, temperance, you know, powerfully guided to initiate this ending. And it's when you do that, that's when the new path emerges, okay? I think you're moving through the final judgment right now, Pisces, and it's interesting that this is the second to last of the major arcana cards, and the world is the last one. So when the judgment energy comes up, I often say, well, you know, you've had the awakening or the wake-up call that this is the, you know, the last decision point, okay? This is the kind of final call in this situation. Now, you can choose to go around for another cycle, but you have to be, you know, willing and accepting that your life will look much like now. But we've got the Seven of Swords here, and in some way you're feeling hard done by, or that something's been taken from you, or you haven't been able to achieve something. So in order to get to that, we complete the cycle. Because I always say with this card here as well that it's the devil energy that has been holding you back. Now that can be the fear, that can be that you're not feeling hopeful, or you're feeling a little bit powerless in this situation. It might be through codependency, it might have been because there wasn't enough monetary resources, but it feels like with a few strategic moves here, Pisces, that you can resurrect this dream, okay? That you can liberate yourself from where you have been. Now, let's jump in. Seven of Swords, the World, Six of Swords. Yeah, so the Seven of Swords is like this dream so far, I feel, has been sabotaged in some way. Now that could have been self-sabotage by overstaying in a situation through fear or holding on, or it could have been that, you know, you had other situations in your environment that, you know, have put things on hold, okay? Like I said, there could have been loss of money, loss of a job, or something like that. Others of you maybe are staying in a situation that is sabotaging it, and I think that is where the cards come in, say that we need to wrap that up first. That is the universal dependency to trigger the change. Like often the universe won't like support you in moving to the new until it's seen your commitment and readiness through closing the cycles of the old. So the World is actually a card of victory. It's actually a huge victory because there's victory in allowing doors to close that were already closing anyway or needed to close to bring you through to the next milestone on your karmic timeline. So yes, it feels vulnerable. There's a bit of a heavy-hearted energy here. I feel like you're also leaving behind a bit of a comfort zone, but it's one that has caused you enough, you know, emotional turmoil. So to get to that harmony, to get to that next stage, we set sail, okay? We leave this behind, right? And then I feel like there is a little bit of healing to do with the Temperance energy. It's about rebalancing. It's interesting that it sits next to the Four of Pentacles because the Four of Pentacles is fear of losing stability and security. So I think, you know, it's their feeling of like, oh, I'll just hold on and play small for a bit longer. Whereas Temperance is about actually what you might not know right now is that through doing this, you're actually going to rebuild twice as strong. You know, mental, emotional, physical, you know, well-being here. And from that place, you will actually be able to take the steps that you need to get back on track with this dream. And it feels like that pathway will open, but Temperance is the card that follows on from Death in the Major Arcana. So again, it's like it's on the other side of clearing the slate because the situation that you're moving away from, and it will be different for all of you what that is, has had its season, has had its day. And I think that you're being guided, potentially being guided from the other side even, and that you might be getting some signs around that as well. Two of Swords, yeah, so you're at the crossroads here, and you have to be mindful, Pisces, that sometimes your emotions can cloud you or blind you in this decision, because when we're getting ready to move on from something, all of a sudden we think about the good times, right? The good memories, the nostalgia, and that can make us go, oh, I'll hold on a bit longer. But what we really need to do is tune into that fact and logic. You know, what you have now is what you'll continue to get without the work of transformation. And your intuition, what is that truly telling you? What's that divine guidance fully telling you? So the Nine of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Yeah, there is some mental overwhelm here, but try and feel your way through this rather than think your way through it. The Knight of Pentacles is Virgo energy, Queen of Cups, generally Cancer, but it might actually represent you in this reading, Pisces. The Knight of Pentacles says it's time to put that plan in place. A methodical, efficient, practical plan, right? For powerful change. So we're going to come back to that dream and work backwards. Where do I need to, you know, what do I need to do? Where do I need to go? What are the gaps that I might need to fill in? What ingredients do I need? right? It's time to line yourself up with it. That's the Knight of Pentacles, and start taking the steps, right? Because small steps, then, you know, they add up into giant leaps. That's what I'm feeling. Queen of Cups, you might be getting some grounded practical advice from somebody as well, but it's also a reminder, Pisces, to stay grounded, use your emotional intelligence, and focus on not only what's going to bring you that stability and security, but what's going to fill your cup, what's going to make you feel happy as well. So it's all about putting the plan in place, taking the first step, which is the first milestone. And the first part of that plan is closing out a cycle, because you're getting ready to move into a whole new chapter of your life, Pisces. Oh, I've pulled the Fool. It's actually called Starseed in this deck. And it's the biggest card of new beginnings and fresh new starts in the tarot, and it links to Aries energy, which is about bold moves. So it feels like it's time for you to take a bold move. No, you won't know like what the destination is going to be or the end game, but this feels like, you know, it's time to take the first step and trust in the journey and allow it to unfold. Okay, so I love that for you. The Fool just, you know, packs the possibilities of the future and leaves the baggage of the past behind. It's the end of a cycle, but you can get excited about the new path to come. So I'm going to leave it there, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it gave you some clarity and guidance and insight for the way forward. Do keep in mind it's a general reading for the collective. It can't and won't. It isn't meant to resonate with everybody every time. Do feel free to drop me a comment. I read them all and love connecting with you all over there. Hit subscribe too, please. It really does support the work that I'm doing here. Wishing you much love and magic, Pisces. Bye for now.